Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Cybersatrix. My name is Santosh Kumar and today we are going to have a deep dive investigation of the Microsoft Azure Event Hub. Based on the feedback received, I'll try to keep the video short, and just in case it stretches, I might create a continuation of this video. So hope everyone is doing great. So let's quickly jump into this. So in today's agenda, we will start with gaining an idea as to what is Event Hub. Then we will quickly jump onto the Event Hub features. Uh, Post that, we will discuss the key component and the architecture of Event Hub. We are also going to look some terminology related to Event Hub. And then we'll see some sample examples where Event Hubs are used in the real time. So what is Azure Event Hub? So before we jump into that, let us understand what is Event Hub namespace. So Event Hub namespace is a dedicated container in which multiple event hubs can be created. Let us consider that you have multiple applications that can use Event Hub. In that case, to segregate the event hubs more effectively, we can create one event hub namespace for each application and create the respective event hubs under the corresponding event hub namespace, which representing the corresponding application. Azure Event Hub is a streaming or data ingestion service which can stream a huge amount of data or event. It acts like a bridge, or you can also consider it as a service which decouples the sender application and the receiver application. So what are the features of Event Hub? Event Hub, compared to the other services bus that is available in the market, whether it is on the Azure cloud platform or on the AWS cloud platform, it provides you low latency, high throughput and seamless integration. It also has the unique capability to process millions of events per second. When we talk about scalability, it can scale automatically from megabytes to terabytes. So it can be utilized for many real-time scenarios. Based on the industry standard, Event Hub utilizes the HTTPS or AMQP protocols, and this is available in multiple languages. So you can use the SDKs in whichever language you are comfortable with. Developer gets multiple option to use the different languages that is available to create consumers or to connect with the Event Hub. So what are Event Hub usage? As I told, right? So let us consider that to give an example, let us consider that there are multiple services or platform as a services on the Azure, and you would like to pick up those data from or events from those services, and you want to send it to a specific SIM tool. Let's consider a SIM tool called Splunk or QRadar. So in that case, you can utilize Event Hub because the services like load balancer, WAF, or Azure Activity Log, or Azure Security Center, the amount of data that it can send will be very huge, right? Since Event Hub has the capability to process million events per second, it will be pretty easy for Event Hub to manage those data, or basically process those data. Apart from that, it can be used for anomaly detection, application logging. It can also be used for analyticals, right? In the GitHub, you create multiple pipelines, and you can utilize the analytical pipelines for the same. You can use it for even archiving data. And nowadays there's a lot of scope in telemetry where you can use this for telemetry data from the cars, games, or multiple application that is available. Okay, so let's see the Event Hub architecture, and let's try to understand how does the data flow take place via the Event Hub. So starting with the event producer. Event producer, any entity that sends the data to an Event Hub using these services like HTTPS or AMQP. In case of Kafka, it uses Kafka 1.0 protocol to send the data. In case you want to publish the events which are low in count, you can use HTTPS. In case you want to publish the events which are high in count, you can use AMQP. The AMQP provides better performance, latency, and the throughput. When the data is sent from the event producer to the event hub, they need to perform some authentication and identification at the event hub level, so that the event hub can identify this event producer. So the same can be performed using something called as shared access signature, which we'll be looking at when we create an event hub in some time. These authorization basically helps you manage or send or listen the data. Send implies the event hub provides the access to the event producer to send the messages to the event hub. In the same way, listen permits the receiver on this end to receive the data from the event hub, and the manage will give you basically the rights to manage the entity. You'll get more understanding and clear understanding when we move into the practicals. Okay, so once the event producer publishes the event and send it across to event hub will basically process this data. In event hub, we have multiple partitions which takes care of the processing or takes care of the activity of processing events or logs. So usually you can create partitions from 1 partition to 32 partition. The default is generally 4. If required, you can also create up to 1024 partition by contacting the Azure support. Please keep in mind that once the count of partition configured during the event hub creation time, it cannot be modified later. In case you have to modify, you have to recreate the event hub. As you see, there will be multiple partition, right? So as the event producers start publishing events or sending data to event hub, those data will be load balanced across these partitions, right? And there is no guarantee that they will be all utilized equally. So when you create an event hub, keep in mind how much partition you need. Generally, a single partition will be enough for a single consumer or a single application. But in case you have a application which is dedicatedly performing some analytics, and you might require some dedicated processing unit or throughput units, you can basically have more than 1 partition. Next, under each partition, let's say partition number 4, under each partition the events are ordered, and these events in each partition are ordered from the oldest to the newest event. Please keep in mind, order is not maintained across the partition. In case you need to send the events from multiple application, you need to utilize a partition key. So each of these partition will have a partition key. Thus, specify the event partition while sending the data so that they can land in the same partition and they can be ordered. The consumer on the right hand side will consume the data from these event hub, and you can have this consumer consumes the data based on the application basis. Let's say that you have 4 application, and for each application you are creating a single partition, right? So in that case, you can create 4 consumer groups so that each of these group can can receive the data from the corresponding application, right? So each consumer only reads a specific subset or partition of the event message stream that is coming to the event hubs. Coming to the event receiver always receives the data from the event hub using the AMQP service, and for Kafka consumers, they'll use the protocol 1.0 and later. In case you would like to have a segregation of unique streaming data from different application, in that case you should consider creating multiple event hubs. As you see, I have created 2 event producers. You can consider them as application A, dev application, and this is production application. So each of these applications are sending data to the corresponding event hub. The event hub is dev here and the event hub is production here. Only the event hub dev will receive the data and it can send to the respective consumer. In the same way, if you want to segregate the production data, you have to have a separate event hub and then you can send it to production. So in this case, as you see, a single event hub namespace acts as a logical container where you can store, where you can create multiple event hubs, and you can segregate the streaming data from respective application, in this case dev and production application. Okay, so let's quickly see how to create Azure Event Hub. Okay, so create an event hub, go to the Azure portal and then search for Event Hub. Open the Event Hub, and once you open the Event Hub, I've already created a Event Hub namespace here. When you add a Event Hub here, it will be coming at under the Event Hub namespace, right? So let us create the Event Hub namespace first. So click on Add, provide the subscription. In this case is my free trial, and I'm going to create a new resource group. Let's say Demo Event Hub. And in here I'm going to create a namespace name. So let me create a namespace called my namespace demo. So as you see, whenever I create a namespace, right, it will get a fully qualified domain name saying my namespace -demo.servicebus.windows.net. This will be required when you are trying to send the data to different application. Okay, the location, you can select your own location. I'm selecting Central India, and in this case, as you see in the pricing tier, you can have a basic tier where you will have only one consumer group, and you can have a standard tier where you can have 20 consumer group. So when you have 20 consumer group, implies you can have 20 different application consumer group, right, which are basically receiving the data from 20 different applications. In this case, I'm just going with one. And then there is something called as throughput units. Throughput units basically is a performance unit, which implies how much of data can be processed for each of the throughput unit are assigned to this. The throughput units can range from 1 to 20, right? So based on the requirement, if you have a dedicated application for which there's a huge amount of data that is going to be streamed, you can have multiple throughput units, but generally an average of 4 should be working. In this case, I'm just creating one throughput unit because that will suffice for my demo. Click on next. You can add a tag, click on review and create, and then create a namespace. It will take a minute or two to create the Event Hub namespace, right? So once you create an Event Hub namespace, go to the resource, and as you see, it says this is my namespace -demo is my Event Hub namespace and not Event Hub, right? So here you have the overview, what's the resource group name and the other details. And if you remember, in the starting I was discussing about something called as shared access tokens. So once you go to the shared access policy, you will have a default policy called root manager shared access key. And if you see, you have three options here: manage, send and listen. Currently it is selected on all the three. When you select manage, it will be selected all the three options, but otherwise you can create your own also. And through this, both the event producer and the consumer group can authenticate, identify themselves to the Event Hub. Okay, and if you go to the scale setting here, we see that throughput unit, which is already discussed, and there's another option called auto inflate. Since I have selected the basic tier, I don't get this option, but if you select the standard tier, you get an option to auto inflate, and you can enable that. Auto inflate implies auto scaling, and just keep in mind, this is not auto scaling down, it is only auto scaling up. So if you take the standard tier and you enable the auto inflate, so just in case you have a high amount of data, auto inflate will help you to process the data by increasing the throughput units for the meantime, right? You can read more about the auto inflate going to this link. And if you go below, you will see the entities, under entities called event hubs, right? So now here we have to create an event hub. I'll click on the event hub. Let me give the name as my demo event hub. Now, as we discussed, there are partitions, right? You can have partition count from 2 to 32. So here it's depending on your application or how much application your data is going to publish to the Event Hub. You need to decide your partition count, right? So the higher the partition count, the higher number of data can be processed without any delay. But as I mentioned, it is not guaranteed that all of the partition will be utilized equally, because they will be load balanced, right? In this case, I'm going to create only 2 partition count. And in case you have enabled the standard tier, you can also have the message retention option. And the capture option is also available, where you can capture this data. You can capture the data whatever is produced by the event producer, and then let's say that you want to store this data for a long amount of time, or for the long retention, more than 7 days. Let's say that you want to store this data for 6 months. In that case, you can use the capture event option, and then you can have the options to store them to a Azure Blob Storage or some other storage where you would like to store it. So now, as you see, my demo Event Hub is created. Now, once a demo Event Hub is created, right? So currently we are at this level. We have created the Event Hub namespace, and then we have created the Event Hub. Now we have to create consumer groups, right? As I mentioned, consumer group are the groups which will help you, which will be basically receiving the data from the Event Hub partitions. Okay, so now if you see here, we can go to this Event Hub, and after navigating to the Event Hub, you'll get an option here to create a consumer group, right? So click on the consumer group, and you already have a default consumer group here, right? Since I have selected the basic tier, the default group, it's not giving me any option, but otherwise if you want, I can quickly delete this and create a new consumer group. Okay, this cannot be deleted because this is the default one, but otherwise you'll get an option to create a consumer group. Okay, for the demo purpose, let me go back to my Event Hub namespace and overview, and let me change my pricing tier from basic to standard. Let me change it to standard. It'll take a moment. Okay, so once my Event Hub namespace is updated, as you see on the screen, let me go back to my Event Hub, and in the Event Hub, we'll go and create a consumer group. So I'll go to my consumer groups, and I can add a consumer, right? And then let's say that if I want to get the dev based event, so I can select dev consumer group. In the same way, if I want to create one more consumer group, I can create one more consumer group. And we can call it as production. So the event publisher or the event sender, event producer or the event sender can send the data to the corresponding consumer group for processing them. Okay, so hope you are clear how to create a Event Hub namespace, Event Hub, and the consumer group for the same, right? So okay, so let's see how can we create the Event Hub using the Azure CLI, right? Either you can use the Azure Cloud Shell here, or you can also use the Azure CLI by installing the Azure CLI package on your local machine. So first step is logging to your Azure. So for that, you can simply type the command Azure login and press enter. So as you click on this, it automatically points to you Azure portal where you can log in using your account, right? So as you see here, it shows me the details saying that this is my tenant ID, this is my user, this is my user type, and all that, right? And in the next step, we're gonna see we want to connect to a subscription, right? So if you have multiple subscription, you would like to create the Event Hub in a specific subscription. In that case, you are going to first connect to a subscription before we go ahead to create Event Hub, right? So I'm just gonna copy this command here, and this is the command which will be using, that is Azure account set subscription and the subscription name. So once you do that, in the next step, we will be going to create the resource group under which you want to create the event hub. So I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to create a resource group called demo event hub 1. So let me quickly copy and paste this here. So it basically says Azure group create, and then I've given the name of my resource group here and the location East US. You can give any other location that you would like, right? And then click enter. It might take some time to create the resource group. Okay, great. So here we have location is East US. This is the ID of my resource group, resource ID, and we are good here, right? So now next we are going to create the event hub namespace, right? So for that I'm going to create a event hub namespace called CLI-namespace1, right? So here I'm creating the event hub namespace, and the namespace name is CLI-namespace1, and under the resource group demo event hub 1, which I've created just now. Okay, so as you see, my event hub namespace is created. The event hub, this is my resource ID, this is my namespace name, and this is the resource group where I've created the namespace. And if you see, it is taken the standard tier, and then it has the capacity of throughput unit is given as 1, and then these are the tags that has been provided, right? And as I told you, using the while creating a event hub namespace during the Azure portal, there will be a service bus endpoint that is a fully qualified domain name which will be created, so that the producer or the receiver can receive the data by connecting to this fully qualified domain name. And last, we are going to create a event hub name CLI-event hub under the resource group demo event hub, and the namespace CLI-namespace which we have just created. Okay, and then we'll press enter. Okay, so as you see, it has created the CLI event hub, location East US, message retention by default is 7 days, partition count, as I mentioned, it by default will give you 4 days, so it has given 4 days. Partition there 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can use, as I mentioned, right, while sending the data from event publisher, if you want them to be ordered, you can mention the partition ID while sending the data from the event producer, so that the event can be ordered for the respective applications, right? And this is a resource group, the status is active. Okay, great. So let's quickly jump and see on the Azure portal how it has been created. So the resource group that has been created, let us go to our resource group quickly. This is my subscription, and in the subscription, this is my, here is my resource group. And if you see, the demo event hub 1 resource group is created, and in this we have the namespace called CLI-namespace created, and it has throughput unit as 1. In the backend, it is mentioned as SKU, you see here SKU, and the service bus endpoint that is mentioned here, which you can see here, this is the fully qualified domain name. And by default there will be a shared access policy that you can see here, and if we go below, we'll have these entities where we'll open the event hub, and the event hub CLI event hub is created, and by default, as I mentioned you earlier, it will have a default consumer group create, that is default. You can create additional ones as it has already created the event hub namespace in the standard tier, right? One last thing that I want to mention here is that you can have this shared access policy at each level, that is the namespace, event hub, and the consumer group level, right? So, and this is helpful, right? So if you use the shared access key which is provided at the namespace level, in that case you will be getting access to all the event hubs that is created inside this namespace, right? So in case we have more than one event hub, in that case you can get the data, or you can send the data to those multiple event hub, right? But if you want to have the segregation for respective application, in that case I would recommend you use the shared access policy event hub level, right? So I can add a shared access policy here, saying, let's say that we just want to send the data. So I can say demo send, and I can click on send. So this, in this case, the producer or the application will be able to send the data to the event hub. In the similar way, I can create a demo receive, and the receivers will be able to pull the data from the event hub using this listen, right? So in case you require, you might have to use the connection string. In both the cases, this you have to set up at the sender application level, and this you might have to set up at the receiver level. In case you want to use only one shared access key for both send and listen, in that you can create and click on manage. So in that case, you'll get the access of both send and listen for the event hub, right? So in this case, if you see in the demo, I get the access for both send and listen, and this is the connection string key that you might have to utilize to connect from producer and the receiver. Okay, great. So we have seen the demo as how can we create the event hub via both Azure portal and the Azure CLI. In the upcoming video, I'm going to show a demo as how can we send the Azure activity logs via the event hub to the Splunk. So before covering that topic, I want to show you how can we create event hub and what is the advantage of using the event hub. For watching more such videos, kindly like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.